Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play the Legend of Heroes Trails of Zero. Today, we're in for the finale. Yeah, we're fighting the final boss today, and I just want to go over my setup real quick with you guys. We have a ways to walk, so I'll go over it right now while we're just kind of moving along. As far as their equipment is concerned, you're going to want to have some sort of blockage for confusion, burn, freeze, and faint. I also wanted to go ahead and put a gladiator belt or a, what's it called? The Sure Victory headband on at least Lloyd and Ellie. Or at least whoever you got the combination crafts with. Whoever you bonded with is who you want there. As far as those status ailments that I told you to block, the really most important ones are Faint and Confuse, which Evergreen also blocks. Let's see, we got Faint and Confuse with Star Pendulum blocked, and this for extra art attack power for Tio. And, yeah, same thing here. You'll be fine. Extra strength for Randy, and some other blockages and things like that. So, perfect. As far as their orbments and court setups are concerned, here it is. Just make sure that you have access to, where is it? The Dark Matter spell for at least Tio and Ellie. You're going to want that because that will come in very handy for this upcoming boss fight. And for Lloyd, I'm going to have him be buffing. So you want the Fortuna spell for him as well, to bring up the girl's art and attack power, and then he has his crafts for, the inspiration craft for buffing strength. So with all that said and done, you should be fine. I also went ahead and I got everybody's CP up to 200 points between this episode and last episode, and I also went back to the little healing point and, you know, healed up. So here we are. Oh, this place looks really nice and peaceful. We're going to be fighting the final boss in a place like this? Oh, yeah. No kidding. It's really beautiful here. What is it? Oh, it's that thing that Rifia, Kia was trapped in. Yeah. JRPGs like to do this, trapping girls in bubbles like that. It's just kind of strange. I guess it started in Final Fantasy VI whenever I really noticed it. And who are you? Oh, this is just a memory. Yeah. No one's really saying this. It's just Kia saying this, or at least everybody remembering what Kia said. Oh. Who's there? Joaquim. Joaquim's no average Joe. Nice pun there, Joshua. Oh. Priest Joaquim. Well, yeah, they did say that he was the high priest of the DG cult. I like his outfit. It's nice. It's cute. Yeah, no kidding. Laid back for the day of your death. I don't think it's gonna be that easy, Lloyd. What do you mean you don't know how he did it? I know how he did it, and I'm an idiot. I mean, if I can figure it out, you can figure it out, Lloyd. You're a pretty smart cookie. That's not gonna happen. Well, no one said he was exactly sane. Of course he's looking for a fight. And we'll give him one. Oh. Yeah. What do you mean? Weissman was crazy. I wonder if Weissman was also taking these drugs. I don't know. What do you mean has always been the divine child? She's only like 8 years old, and this cult's only been around for like, well, I don't know. I wanted to say 6 years, but then again, we did see the symbol of the cult in this place, but this place was built like over 500 years ago. Yeah. Spill all your secrets. Wait, what do you mean? Of course she was. She's not that old. What are you talking about? Yeah, let me turn my back to 6 people. Like, Joshua, can you stab him or something? Like, let's just get to it. I love her all just standing there letting him talk. Like, if it was up to me, I would, like, just shoot him in the head and be done with it. 500 years? What the hell? What do you mean? Of course we're surprised. There's no way she's 500 years old. Yeah, because as we all know, ancient technology is worlds better than modern-day technology. Of course. Oh. Oh. I guess they built all the ruins here 500 years ago. Wait, are there more people in the cult than just you and Ernest? He said no one in the cult knows her origin. So who else is actually in the cult? Well, yeah, I guess there's no way that Kia's gonna recover her memories if she's 500 years old and she's been asleep for all this time. How is she gonna become a god? What are you talking about? It exists in our hearts and minds? I don't know about that. Oh, you don't worship demons? Could have fooled me. So you're like worshipping the antipode of the goddess by worshipping the devil. Huh. I guess. Oh. Yeah, she was held in the Good Lodge. I mean, of all the places, and they were treated like crap there. I can imagine what it was like in the other lodges. Oh, yeah. So you never actually met her, you just read about her in the reports? Yeah, what was your goal? Well, I think I actually kind of figured out his goal. His goal was to perfect the Gnosis drug. I mean, come on now. Yeah. It's not that complicated, Lloyd. Oh, so you just needed to have a large sample study. Wow, this guy really is crazy, isn't he? Wait, then us? I think the us that Randy's referring to right now are the Jaegers, like the Red Constellation Jaegers, not the police force. Yeah, Joshua, come on now, I didn't think that you were this stupid. Of course he conducted the experiments. Wait, your rank isn't that high in the cult? We're all equals. Who else is in this cult? You know about that? You know about what? Oh, Paradise, where Renee was kept. Well, yeah, that was in the report too. Huh. So everybody who kept Renee in Paradise and who conducted the tests on her in Paradise were also a part of this DG cult. So that deviated from the principles because it involved sex slavery? So is Chairman Hartman part of your cult as well? what congressmen are parts of this cult? Either that or they're just funding it unknowingly. I can't imagine that they would be that evil. Oh. Oh. So Hartman is part of this cult. Yeah. Okay, so you forced it on the Guardian Force Commander, so he isn't actually corrupt, or at least he wasn't, until you gave him the drugs? Maybe he was corrupt in the sense that he was working for the congressman rather than working for Crossbell, but he wasn't corrupt in the sense that he was actually knowingly working for this cult. You tell him, Randy. What do you mean it was a little bizarre? Oh. It was destroyed by Ouroboros. Yeah. What's that? Oh. Renee. Wow. So there actually were other people in the paradise. They weren't figments of Renee's imagination. She just kind of absorbed their personality into her. That's what I'm gathering from what he's saying, unless it's just, you know, screwed up translation, which could be the case. Yeah. Okay. If he's the high priest, how is he not so high up in this cult? He said he's like a middleman in this cult, yet he's the high priest. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Suspicion of inflicting injury causing riot? Are you kidding me? There's still suspicions about this? Come on now, Lloyd. Let's put two and two together here. Although, I guess he has to be sentenced by a court of law, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm judge, jury, and executioner. And, we're about to execute this bitch right here, right now. Oh, wait, he kind of changed. Oh, yeah, his hair color did change, and his eye color changed as well. Really? That sounds awful. I love sleeping. I have trouble sleeping, but I love sleeping. Oh, really? So this is a 500-year-old staff of Orbin technology made by the alchemists? Huh. Power greater than the artifacts? Oh, shit! Oh, wow. So you're able to summon archaisms from 500 years ago as well? Yikes. You're never gonna get your hands on Kia. Screw you. For boss time against Joaquim himself. Okay, first things first. Let's use a inspiration, get everybody's strength up. And then Randy is pretty much going to be constantly using Crash Bomb over and over and over again against these guys because it can hit everybody. Even though it doesn't deal that much damage, it's still nice because it can hit everybody. As far as Ellie's concerned, she can use Cross Mirage. Yeah, hitting everybody as well. But again, these angels have a lot of defense. So I'm going to have Tio use Dark Matter. Whoa. Yeah, these guys can inflict burn upon you. They're really annoying. But we should be fine. We've plenty of ways to heal up. Hey, yeah, that's really the ticket. Okay, next thing that I want to do for Lloyd is use the Fortuna spell. Yeah, get everybody's art and attack power buffed up. Then the girls can really go to town on these guys. Because the boys aren't going to be that effective against them. Let's see. Oh, you know what else I could do? Let's use Analyzer on Joaquim, because he is actually able to be debuffed. So that reduces his defensive power as well as his art defensive power. So that's really nice. Keep on going. And then I want the boys to pretty much focus on killing these bastards, but I do also want to use this combination craft. We'll show it once. Bam! Tons of damage there. Yes, so good. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's rough right there. Once he does that, let's use Energy Circle to heal us up. That's probably the best healing craft that I have right now. These angels, I want them dead. Ellie and Tio need to get on it. Okay, but don't use too much of your CP right now. Yeah, let's see. Crash Bomb, because we're gonna have multiple final battles here. Because this guy has multiple forms, as usual. They all do. This is a JRPG, after all. Let's see, can I get him with a Death Spiral? Nah, that's fine. We're just gonna have Lloyd attack. That'll be perfectly fine. And, let's see, Tio. Yeah, Dark Matter. Ellie with the Dark Matter as well. Make sure that you have the cast ports on both Ellie and Tio to speed up their casting. It reduces the casting time by 1/4, and it's very, very handy for these boss fights here. Let's get, do they still have their buff on? Let's see, art attack power on them. Let's see, we'll get an inspiration on the boys. Hopefully this does in the angels. I'm sick of them right now. Hey, perfect! What is he doing? Just missing constantly? Yeah. This ability that you just used, the Dark Mirage, allows him to go into stealth mode, where you really can't do anything. You can't attack him, you can't affect him at all. But you can use unfocused art attacks, like what I'm using right now with the girls, and if it hits him, it will affect him, and then he will lose his stealth ability. Whoa! Or he could just pop up whenever he uses an attack. That works too. So yeah, this guy takes a little bit of time to kill, but he's nothing too bad. And once he's by himself, you can pretty much just use physical attacks if you want to really bring him down. Unless he starts using stealth over and over and over again, then you're going to want to use Dark Matter to kind of make him reappear. Well, not bad at all. Yeah, we've got you now. What? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, well, we kind of already know that. The following can be achieved. Whoa! Ah! Holy crap! This reminds me of something from, second chapter. Yeah, just like Weissman. Wait, how do you know about that? How do you know about that stuff? Are you able to, like, read their minds? or recreate their memories. Oh man. So I guess the Gnosis is actually allowing him to read Joshua and Estelle's minds or read their memories. That's okay, I think I'll pass. Oh shit! Well, of course it was a trap, Ellie. What did you think it was? How are we gonna escape from this? What can we do? What do you mean, what's the reason behind your obsession with Kia? Apparently she's a god! Other than the fact that she's a god? But what exactly can Kia do? What can she unlock? What kind of powers does she have? So Kia even has more power than you. That is a very good question, got to say. If she was a god, and she was put to sleep in this bubble for the last 500 years, how in the world did she arrive at that auction? Yeah. And did you kill Guy? You're just now realizing that Lloyd is Guy's younger brother? How did you not figure that out before? You've met him on multiple occasions. Oh, so you want Ravash to erase him. But we did find his badge in Marconi's treasure chest. Somebody else killed him. Who? Or for killing Kim. So Marconi took the credit for killing him, but apparently it wasn't Ravash, and it wasn't Joaquim. Then who was it? Oh, yeah, I wonder if somebody stole Kia from you. Yeah, no kidding, there's no way that you'd put her up for sale, or even allow her out of your sight. Oh, so she woke up and then she just, what, wandered out of this temple and then wandered into a suitcase? On an island in the middle of a lake? Like, that makes no sense. Yeah, that doesn't add up. Somebody had to have taken her there. Yeah, that is true. How does he, Mr. Mastermind, not know what happened to Kia? He did say that there were other people in this cult. So maybe somebody in the cult took her? Maybe there's somebody against the cult who is trying to foil it, and that person took her, and then locked her in the trunk for safekeeping or something. I don't know. Oh. I believe that Gnostic actually is like an ancient Hebrew word for secret or hidden, like the ancient Gnostics back in Jerusalem and all that during the Roman Empire time period. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Wait, you're calling Weissman a decent person? Wow, I wouldn't go that far. Oh. Whoa! Whoa! Hey! We broke free! The power of friendship! Sweet! Seal has been broken! Oh, it's an imitation of the real Evil Eye. Hey! What are you gonna do now? Shaking in his boots. What, do you have another trick up your sleeve? Whoa! Your trump card? What's that? What do you have in your hand there? Whoa! Not a little blue pill anymore. The completed Gnosis in its final form! Yikes! Oh, great! The red Gnosis! That's just lovely. Oh, so the red Gnosis completes the demonization, and he's taking a whole bottle of them? Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we gotta pump his stomach or else we're screwed! The Great D. The origin of power. He wants that big D, I guess. Whoa! But what is the D? We know that the G stands for Gnosis. But what's the D? The Great D. I don't know. Holy crap, it's like a unicorn angel or something. Oh, man. Oh, shit. The truth. The truth of all living things. Yeah, like, get it together. This is your truth, but it's not the truth. And your truth is kind of a lie. Oh, okay, so now you know the truth behind the brother's death, you know the truth behind Kia's disappearance, and the inevitable fate of Crossbell. I guess all those mysteries are going to be solved in Azure, because we don't know the truth of that. Yikes. Whoa. Oh, no kidding. Well, of course it's inevitable. Yeah, for boss time against, Gunter himself for the final battle. Next time on Let's Play the Legend of Heroes Trails of Zero. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good day.